Family Matters, 1989 to 1998, was more than just a sitcom. It was a cultural phenomenon that brought joy, laughter, and life lessons to millions of viewers. With unforgettable characters like Steve Urkel and the close-knit Winslow family, the show became a symbol of love, resilience, and family values. However, beyond the cheerful on-screen moments, time has taken a toll on the beloved cast. Tragically, several talented actors who contributed to the show's success have passed away. In this tribute, we remember 35 cherished stars who are no longer with us, celebrating their lives, careers, and the lasting impact they left on fans around the world. Rosetta Lenore, who portrayed Estelle Mother Winslow on Family Matters in 1989 at the age of 78, became a beloved figure in the Winslow family, embodying warmth, wisdom, and humor. Estelle was the loving matriarch who often provided sage advice and comfort to her family members. Off-screen, however, Lenore's life was marked by struggles with loneliness. She had been married once, but the relationship ended in divorce, and she never remarried. While she had a fulfilling career in theater and television, her personal life lacked the happiness she so often portrayed on screen. In her later years, she struggled with diabetes, which severely affected her health. Despite her professional successes, the emotional toll of her personal life was hard to escape. On March 17, 2002, at the age of 90, Rosetta passed away due to complications from diabetes, leaving behind a legacy of love, but also the haunting sadness of an unfulfilled personal life.
He says you're telling the truth. You guys ought to get out more.
Hey, yo, easy. You gonna crash?
Barry Jenner, who played the stern but fair Lieutenant Lou Murtaugh on Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 49, was known for his strong presence and sense of authority. Murtaugh was a character who commanded respect, yet had a soft spot for his team, especially Carl Winslow. Off-screen, Jenner's life was marked by difficulties in his personal relationships. His marriage, which had once seemed stable, ended in a painful divorce, leaving him to grapple with feelings of regret and emotional distress. Despite his personal struggles, his career continued with notable roles in television, but his happiness remained elusive. In 2015, Barry was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, a blow that forced him into a battle with the disease. Despite undergoing treatment, his health rapidly declined. Barry passed away on August 9, 2016, at the age of 75, leaving behind a legacy of strength in his roles, but also the bittersweet reminder of the personal pain he faced throughout his life.
Just wanted to see if you were on your toes.
Sir, when do you think they'll make their move?
Hard to tell. Sometimes a donut will stay inside me for a full week.
Arnold Johnson, known for his portrayal of Fletcher Thomas, the kind and loving second husband to Estelle Winslow on Family Matters, was 69 when he joined the show in 1990. Fletcher was a beloved character, known for his gentle nature, but Arnold's real life was filled with struggles both in his career and personal life. His acting career never reached the heights he had hoped for, often relegated to minor roles that left him financially unstable. At home, his marriage was not the fairy tale his on-screen persona would suggest. Despite the love he shared with Estelle, Arnold often felt emotionally isolated, his family life marked by silence and unspoken pain. His health deteriorated as he grew older, and he passed away from renal failure on April 10, 2000, at the age of 78. Arnold's life was a tale of unrealized potential, and his death was a quiet, tragic end to a man who never fully found peace, either on screen or off.
Has a hizzy fit.
Hello, Estelle. You look absolutely beautiful.
Fletcher, if you'll try.
Michelle Thomas, known for playing the sweet and loyal Myra Monkhouse on Family Matters, joined the show in 1993 at the age of 25. Myra was the epitome of unconditional love, supporting Steve Urkel despite his eccentricities and showing unwavering devotion. But Michelle's real-life story took a tragic turn when, in 1997, she was diagnosed with a rare form of stomach cancer. At the time, her career was blossoming, and she had plans for a promising future. However, her illness left her unable to fulfill those dreams. Despite her battle with cancer, Michelle remained optimistic, but the disease progressed rapidly. She passed away on December 23, 1998, at just 30 years old, leaving behind a grieving family and a world of lost potential. Her untimely death left an indelible mark on those who knew her, and her passing was a stark reminder of how fragile life can be.
What are you doing here, and what have you done with my Stevie?
Well, I guess you could say I'm your...
Dick O'Neill, who portrayed the stern and disciplined Commissioner Geiss on Family Matters from 1996, was 68 when he joined the show. His character, a no-nonsense leader demanding excellence, contrasted sharply with Dick's own life, which was marked by personal and professional struggles. Despite decades of acting, Dick found himself relegated to supporting roles, often overlooked by Hollywood. His marriage, too, was filled with turmoil, and he faced years of emotional distance from his wife and children. The weight of his unfulfilled career and strained family relationships wore heavily on him, leading to significant health problems. Dick's final years were spent battling heart issues, which eventually claimed his life on November 17, 1998, at the age of 70. His passing was quiet, his struggles largely unnoticed by the public, leaving behind a legacy of unappreciated talent and a life of personal regret.
Yes, I.
No, sir.
Well, my wife is about to find out. My office Monday.
Ellen Albertini Dow, who portrayed the feisty elderly lady on Family Matters in 1990 at the age of 77, was known for her sharp wit and comedic timing. She was a latecomer to television but quickly made a name for herself with her vibrant energy. However, her life off-screen was filled with personal heartache. Despite her success as an actress, Ellen lived much of her life in solitude, never marrying or having children, a source of deep regret for her. While she enjoyed her later years in acting, it was not enough to shield her from the loneliness she often felt. Ellen's health began to decline in her final years, and she passed away from pneumonia on May 4, 2015, at the age of 101. While she lived a long life and had a successful career, her story was one of profound loneliness and the bittersweet nature of unfulfilled dreams. Her legacy was one of vibrant characters, but a life spent longing for the companionship she never had.
Hi.
Wait a minute. Your wind's low.
Miss Gilbert!
You know, you never handed...
Ron Taylor, who portrayed the warm and supportive Darnell Coleman on Family Matters from 1990 at 38, was known for his easygoing nature and his ability to bring a sense of joy to the screen. Darnell was the kind of character who offered support and humor to those around him, often serving as a grounding force for the other characters. However, off-camera, Taylor's life was marked by frustration and sorrow. Despite his warm on-screen persona, he grappled with depression and a sense of career dissatisfaction, feeling that his potential was not fully realized. His personal life was also marred by difficulties, and though he worked consistently, he never achieved the level of recognition he deserved. Taylor's health deteriorated in his late 40s, and on January 16, 2002, he passed away from a heart attack at the age of 49. His untimely death came as a shock to those who had admired his work.
My. The walls of this old church are vibrating with good music today. Yeah.
Naya Rivera, who played the intelligent and spirited Gwendolyn on Family Matters in 1992 at the age of 5, quickly became a beloved character, known for her bright smile and confident demeanor. Gwendolyn was a close friend to Richie, always standing by him with loyalty and charm. Off-screen, Naya's life was filled with struggles that were not as visible. She married actor Ryan Dorsey in 2014, and they had one son, but their relationship faced challenges, ultimately ending in a divorce. Despite her career success and public persona, Naya spoke openly about her mental health struggles, including depression and anxiety, which she battled in private. Her emotional burden seemed to grow heavier over the years, and tragically, on July 8, 2020, Naya died at the young age of 33, drowning in Lake Piru while swimming with her son. Her death was a heartbreaking reminder of the hidden struggles many celebrities face, and it left a profound impact on her fans.
So fly. I am? Yeah, you a total daddy Mac.
Sherman Hemsley, who joined Family Matters in 1994 at the age of 56 as the strict yet occasionally humorous Captain Savage, brought a tough and authoritative presence to the show. His character, known for his no-nonsense attitude, was a commanding figure, yet he also displayed moments of comic relief. Despite his success on both The Jeffersons and Family Matters, Hemsley's personal life was filled with loneliness and hardship. He never married and had no children, which led to feelings of isolation, especially as he grew older. Hemsley was also troubled by health issues, including heart problems that affected his later years. Despite his fame, he often struggled with emotional isolation and an absence of close family connections. On July 24, 2012, Hemsley passed away at the age of 74 from superior vena cava syndrome, highlighting the quiet sadness and solitude that often accompanied his life behind the scenes.
Make that a privilege it is to have you join us for dinner.
Winslow, you're sucking up.
Sorry, sir.
Don't be. I like a good sucker-upper.
Tom Poston, who brought to life the eccentric Mr. Looney on Family Matters, joined the show in 1994 at the age of 73. His character was known for his oddball charm, providing comic relief with his quirky behavior and whimsical personality. Despite his success in the entertainment industry, Poston's personal life was marked by sadness and loneliness. He had a brief, troubled marriage early in life that left him emotionally scarred and struggling to maintain close relationships. In his later years, he faced isolation, grappling with depression and a lack of family support. His health also declined, and Poston spent his final years dealing with heart problems, further compounding his personal struggles. On April 30, 2007, Tom Poston passed away at the age of 85 from heart complications, a reminder that even the most beloved comedic figures can lead lives full of private sorrow.
Did you do that?
No, I did.
Donna Summer, who portrayed the vibrant Aunt Una on Family Matters, joined the show in 1994 at the age of 46. Aunt Una was a lively, loving character who brought warmth and music to the Winslow family. However, Donna Summer's real-life story was filled with emotional hardship. After her rise to fame as the Queen of Disco, she experienced a painful and public divorce, which left her heartbroken and struggling with feelings of failure. The loss of her mother only added to her grief, and Donna withdrew from the public eye for a period, grappling with both depression and anxiety. As her career slowed, her health also deteriorated, and in 2012, she was diagnosed with lung cancer, a battle she fought privately. Donna Summer passed away on May 17, 2012, at the age of 63, after succumbing to the disease, leaving behind a legacy of music but also the heavy weight of personal losses that overshadowed her fame.
Oh, but what happened?
My kitchen exploded.
Oh, how did it do that?
The gas line broke when my living room flooded.
Fred Willard, known for his role as the well-meaning but bumbling Vice Principal Mallet, joined Family Matters in 1994 at the age of 61. Mallet's comedic obliviousness brought many laughs, but Willard's life was far more complicated. In his personal life, Fred faced the painful dissolution of his first marriage, which led to years of emotional turmoil and feelings of inadequacy. He also struggled with alcoholism, which impacted his relationships and hindered his ability to find lasting happiness. Despite his professional success, including a long career in comedy, Willard felt the weight of personal regrets, particularly when it came to his relationship with his children. His health began to decline later in life, and after a long battle with these personal demons, Fred Willard passed away on May 15, 2020, at the age of 86 from cardiac arrest, leaving behind a complex legacy of humor mixed with sadness.
That's the school bomb shelter.
It's a leftover relic from the 50s. Sort of like Looney.
Say,
who do you...
Perry Stevens, who played the TV anchorman on Family Matters in 1998 at the age of 40, was known for his poised, professional delivery, bringing a calm presence to the show as he presented the news. His character was a symbol of reliability and authority, a stark contrast to his personal life, which was filled with turmoil. Perry endured several failed marriages, and his struggles with alcohol addiction were well documented. The addiction spiraled out of control, affecting both his professional and personal life. Despite the success he achieved on the show, Perry's emotional and mental health suffered, leading to a life of solitude and despair. His deteriorating health from years of substance abuse eventually resulted in liver failure, and at the age of 47, Perry tragically passed away on September 8, 2005. His death was a stark reminder of the toll that addiction can take on one's life, cutting short both a promising career and personal happiness.
First student in space, young Stephen Q. Urkel. He is prepared for this moment with 6 months of rigorous and intensive training.
Eddie Mecca, known for his role as Charlie on Family Matters in 1990 at 38, brought a burst of energy and humor to the screen, endearing himself to fans with his vivacious character. However, Eddie's personal life told a much sadder story. Beneath his bright smile, Eddie faced struggles with alcoholism and substance abuse, which took a significant toll on his relationships and family life. His first marriage ended in divorce, and though he had a child, his addiction caused a rift between them. As Eddie battled his demons, his career suffered, with fewer opportunities in the entertainment industry. His bright future was overshadowed by his ongoing struggles, and though he tried to regain control of his life, his health and career never fully recovered. Eddie passed away on November 27, 2021, at the age of 69, a tragic end to a life marked by talent and promise but overshadowed by the destructive grip of addiction.
My wife, Harriet.
Nice to meet you. Hi. My wife, Ellen.
Larry Block, who portrayed Mr. Seeger on Family Matters, joined the show in 1989 at the age of 47. Mr. Seeger was a dedicated, detail-oriented character, which seemed to mirror Larry's real-life personality. Despite his hard work and numerous roles, Larry's career never reached the heights he had hoped for. His acting roles were often overshadowed by more prominent stars, leaving him with a sense of unfulfillment. Larry's personal life reflected similar struggles, having gone through a painful divorce that left him emotionally scarred. His attempts at finding happiness through relationships were short-lived, and he never remarried or had children. Later in life, Larry's health began to decline, and he lived much of his final years in relative isolation, facing loneliness and a sense of missed opportunities. After years of health complications, Larry passed away on October 7, 2012, at the age of 69. His death marked the end of a quiet life filled with unfulfilled dreams and the lingering weight of regrets.
I'm your next interview.
Harriet, that's a management position.
Oh, I read the description, and I think I can handle the job.
Okay, do you have a resume?
Ron Glass, who portrayed the charming and witty Buddy Goodrich on Family Matters in 1989 at the age of 44, was known for his charismatic and sophisticated presence. His character, Buddy, was a light-hearted and humorous influence on the show, providing much-needed comic relief. Despite his charm and talent, Glass struggled with career stagnation and personal loneliness. Though he received critical acclaim for his performances, he often faced typecasting, limiting his career opportunities. Glass never married and led a solitary life, frequently grappling with bouts of depression and isolation. His private struggles with the realities of Hollywood left him feeling unfulfilled professionally and personally. Ron Glass passed away on November 25, 2016, at the age of 71 due to respiratory failure, leaving a bittersweet legacy of talent and a life cut short by emotional and professional hardships.
Sir. Oh, that was just tapping. This is shoving. Now you did that again. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed it. I'm not.
Ken Page, known for his role as Darnell Watkins on Family Matters, joined the show in 1990 at the age of 36. Darnell was a wise, gentle figure who often provided advice and support to the Winslow family, a contrast to Ken's own life, which was filled with struggles. Ken faced a constant battle against being typecast, leading to frustration and feelings of being pigeonholed in his career. Despite his talent, his roles were often limited to similar characters, preventing him from reaching his full potential. His personal life was troubled by 2 failed marriages, and he never had children, a decision he later regretted deeply. Ken lived much of his later years alone, often in poor health, battling loneliness and the consequences of his choices. After years of dealing with health issues, Ken passed away on September 30, 2024, at the age of 70, following complications from illness. His death marked the end of a life filled with wisdom and kindness, but also marked by isolation and the silent weight of missed connections.
He didn't want to come. He was embarrassed about his weight.
Janet put me on a diet. I have lost 3 whole pounds.
Paul Winfield, who played the wise and compassionate Jimmy Baines on Family Matters in 1991 at the age of 52, was beloved for his dignified portrayal of a mentor figure. Jimmy, the thoughtful and steady character, served as a role model for the Winslow family. Off-screen, Winfield's life was marked by personal tragedies and struggles. Despite his significant achievements as an actor, Winfield faced intense battles with alcoholism and health issues, which impacted his personal happiness. His relationships were difficult, and he never married, feeling emotionally distant from those around him. His later years were overshadowed by declining health and a sense of unfulfilled joy, as he struggled to cope with his demons. Paul Winfield passed away on March 7, 2004, at the age of 64 from a heart attack, his legacy now tinged with the sadness of his unheeded potential and personal suffering.
How you doing, you big old piece of business?
I'm fine.
Well, you're looking great.
Oh, thank you.
Earl Bowen, who portrayed the wise and knowledgeable Dr. Goodrich on Family Matters, first appeared on the show in 1991 at the age of 50. Dr. Goodrich was a character that provided medical expertise and valuable advice to the Winslow family, often stepping in with a calm demeanor and a wealth of knowledge. Despite his on-screen success, Bowen's personal life was marked by hardship. He went through a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him with emotional scars that were hard to heal. In his later years, he faced the challenge of battling lung cancer, which took a heavy toll on both his physical and mental well-being. His health deteriorated quickly, and though he fought with resilience, his body ultimately succumbed to the disease. On January 5, 2023, Earl Bowen passed away at the age of 81, leaving behind a legacy of acting but also a life touched by the shadows of personal loss and the struggles of illness that he faced in private.
We can try. Steve, I want you to go back in time. Do you understand?
Yes.
Bea Richards, who portrayed the nurturing and wise Helen on Family Matters in 1991 at the age of 71, was a revered actress known for her strong maternal presence and wisdom. Her character, Helen, offered compassion and guidance to the Winslow family, becoming a symbol of strength and warmth. Off-screen, Richards faced significant personal turmoil, including a failed marriage and years of financial instability. Though her career was filled with accolades, she often felt isolated and unappreciated in her personal life. Richards struggled with health issues in her later years, which contributed to a sense of loneliness and despair. Despite her incredible contributions to the entertainment world, she passed away from emphysema on September 14, 2000, at the age of 80, leaving behind a legacy of unspoken struggles and a profound, yet often overlooked, impact on both her craft and her family.
Officer.
Yes.
I'm Helen Mallory. Charles was my husband.
Mason Adams, who played the wise and fair judge in Family Matters, joined the series in 1991 at the age of 72. The judge was known for his unwavering sense of justice and fairness, often providing valuable counsel to those around him. However, the life of Mason Adams was far from as straightforward as his on-screen role. Adams struggled with personal tragedy throughout his life, including the heartbreaking loss of his beloved wife, which left him deeply shaken. The grief from this loss was a constant weight on his shoulders, and despite his public persona as a man of wisdom and calm, he was often privately overwhelmed by sorrow. As his health began to decline in his later years, Adams faced the added strain of aging, which left him physically fragile and emotionally spent. Mason Adams passed away on April 26, 2005, at the age of 86 from natural causes, but his passing marked the end of a life that, despite outward appearances, had been marked by deep personal struggles and enduring loss.
All witnesses have been sworn and are under oath. Mr. Urkel, could you give us a brief summary of the facts?
Certainly.
Bubba Smith, who portrayed the tough yet comedic character Bones on Family Matters, joined the show in 1993 at the age of 48. Bones was an intimidating figure with a sharp wit, often providing comic relief with his sarcastic humor while maintaining a tough exterior that added a layer of tension to his scenes. Despite his on-screen strength, Bubba Smith's personal life was fraught with struggles. He battled with substance abuse for many years, and his marriage ended in bitterness, leaving him emotionally isolated. He faced the constant pressure of living up to the tough guy image he had built for himself, but behind closed doors, he was a man drowning in his own pain. His addiction to drugs ultimately led to a tragic end when he passed away on August 3, 2011, at the age of 66. His death was attributed to acute drug intoxication along with other contributing conditions, marking the end of a life that had been overshadowed by personal demons, addiction, and the emotional weight of his own failures.
Don't have the money right now.
Kid, I'd love to let you off the hook, but I honestly have to peel you like a grape right now.
Just a minute.
David L. Lander, who played the quirky and endearing Oliver on Family Matters in 1995 at the age of 48, was beloved for his unique comedic timing and eccentric character. However, behind the laughter was a man grappling with the devastating effects of multiple sclerosis, a condition that he had been battling since the late 1980s. His diagnosis deeply affected his career and his ability to maintain relationships, leaving him physically incapacitated and emotionally drained. Despite his ongoing struggle with MS, David remained a strong advocate for the disease, but the illness continued to take its toll. His career stalled as he became increasingly unable to perform. David passed away on December 4, 2020, at the age of 73, from complications related to multiple sclerosis, marking the end of a life defined by resilience in the face of a relentless illness.
Thanks a lot, you worthless piece of junk! Not to worry. Why? Because in your
Josh Ryan Evans, who portrayed Stevel on Family Matters, began his role in 1996 at the age of 14. Stevel, a mischievous and playful character, quickly became a memorable part of the show's quirky charm. Josh's life, however, was marked by severe medical struggles. Born with a congenital heart condition, Josh spent much of his life in and out of hospitals, and the toll it took on his personal life was immense. Though he achieved some recognition for his acting, he was often isolated due to his health and had difficulty forming lasting relationships. Despite his potential, his career was tragically cut short. Josh never married or had children, and his life was far too brief. On August 5, 2002, just 20 years old, he passed away during a routine surgery to address his heart condition. His sudden death left a deep sadness among his fans and those who had watched him grow as an actor, a young life extinguished too early. Jack Riley, known for his role as the quirky and humorous Wayne, appeared on Family Matters in 1993 at the age of 58. Wayne was an eccentric and endearing character, known for his peculiar sense of humor and offbeat charm. However, behind Riley's comedic talent lay a life filled with challenges and heartache. He struggled with a series of failed relationships, including a difficult marriage that ended in divorce, leaving him emotionally wounded. As Riley grew older, he found himself increasingly isolated, battling loneliness and a sense of unfulfillment in his personal life. His health began to decline, and after a prolonged battle with pneumonia, his body could no longer endure. On August 19, 2016, Jack Riley passed away at the age of 80, leaving behind a legacy of laughter but also a life deeply marred by personal sorrow and an ongoing battle with his own demons, which remained largely hidden from the public eye until his death. Teddy Wilson, who played the commanding and charismatic Captain Casper Davenport on Family Matters, began his role in 1990 at the age of 47. Captain Davenport was a strong, authoritative figure who provided leadership and stability to the show, often maintaining control in chaotic situations. Yet, Wilson's own life was far from stable. His marriage was tumultuous, marked by constant arguments and eventual separation. His deep emotional wounds, including a troubled family history, never healed, and his personal life became a series of missed opportunities for happiness. Despite his professional success, he faced isolation and loneliness in his private life, struggling to maintain balance in the wake of failed relationships. His health began to deteriorate in his later years, and at the age of 47, Wilson suffered a stroke that ultimately took his life on July 21, 1991. Peter Iacangelo, known for his quirky and unforgettable role as the man with tree on Family Matters, brought a unique touch of eccentricity to the show in 1993 when he joined at the age of 45. His character, though eccentric, became a memorable addition to the quirky ensemble of the show. However, his life off-screen was far from as whimsical as the character he portrayed. Iacangelo struggled with severe personal issues, including financial instability, which plagued his later years. He had a troubled relationship history, with numerous failed marriages that left him emotionally devastated. The financial burdens and personal failures took a toll on him, leading to periods of depression that left him grappling with the darker sides of life. He became increasingly withdrawn, alienating friends and family, and the joy he brought to the screen contrasted sharply with his real-world loneliness. Peter Iacangelo passed away on November 17, 2021, at the age of 73. Who is your favorite character in Family Matters? How do you feel knowing that the actors have passed away? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos. Thank you so much.